Beyond the Headlines on the WMBD Plus app, where we break down today's local news stories with our very own reporters. I'm Brianna Rittman. Now, first, it's finally starting to feel like fall, and we've got some tips on what you should do with the leaves in your yard. Then we're celebrating a local coffee shop that's gained national recognition. And lastly, we are in the down to the final two of our mascot challenge. We check in to see how things are shaping up. But our first local story of the day, leaves are beginning to change colors, which means it's almost time to rake them. WMBD's Austin Femans joins us live from our Twin Cities newsroom to go over what you should be doing with your leaves. So, Austin, how should you dispose of your leaves?
Yes, Brianna, thank you very much. Now, usually people just put their leaves on the curb in a pile or a bag and wait for the city or a private contractor to come pick those leaves up. You can get paper bags from Lowe's or Home Depot to put them in. I know personally my grandma likes to put all of her landscape waste in those paper bags and put them to the curb. But, you can also get a bin or a cart from your town or city and put it all in there, and they'll come pick it up. And usually that runs a little bit longer throughout the year. But you'll have to check with your city for the requirements and the specifications of what you can put in those landscape waste bins and what you can't. Normally, it's strictly leaves, grass, any greenery, and sticks are not usually a part of that. But usually you can check with your town or city and get those requirements and specifications.
Okay, now if we are not participating in leaf pickup, what are alternative ways to repurpose our leaves?
Yeah, so if you want to find a different way to use those leaves this year, maybe you're just not willing to or just don't want to, rake all those leaves up and put them in a bag. So there are some different things you can do. Now, mulching is probably the most popular one. You can use your everyday mower to mow over those leaves, break them down, mow over it a few times just to get them into really small pieces. And then you can use those really small pieces of leaves and spread them over your flower beds, your vegetable garden. It provides great insulation and fertilization for those plants. You can also keep it on your lawn to fertilize your lawn even for the next year, making it come up a little bit better in the future. Now, if you have a bag mower, that's even better. You can collect all that leaf mulch and spread it over your flower beds and whatnot. Another way you could use those leaves is burning. Using the ash is a great fertilizer for your plants. Although right now, with all the burn bans and whatnot going on and the dry climate, that is definitely not something you should be doing. That is definitely something you should not be doing. Do not burn your leaves right now. That could pose a risk to catching your home on fire, your lawn, and that fire could spread to different places, and we definitely don't want that. So, burning is definitely a good way to get rid of those leaves, but just right now, there's other alternatives you can do. The last one is composting. You can take all of those leaves, you can chop them up, you can break them down, or you can leave them whole, put them in a compost bin with some greenery, and that will create some compost you can use on your garden and your flowers.
All right, Austin, thank you for all those tips. Now we're switching gears here to back in the studio. Now our very own Alex Berger joins us. So Alex, check this out. You might want to book a flight to Sweden.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So if not in the next few months, maybe this coming summer, when they get 100 days of 24-hour sunlight.
Oh.
And you may even get your doctor to sign off on it. A new campaign from Visit Sweden is promoting all the benefits the country has to offer. For instance, year after year, it's listed as one of the happiest places on earth. And the campaign says Sweden can help you balance your life and wellness. The campaign is also offering documents you can give to your doctor saying why you should go to Sweden.
If I book a flight to Sweden, I hope Sweden can also help me balance my checkbook, because that would be quite a pricey trip for some happiness. But I mean, look, I've heard it's a nice, I almost said city. It's not a city, it's a country.
Right.
I've heard it's a nice country. And I mean, most of Europe is, a lot prettier than anything we can find here domestically, but I mean, who knows?
I think it's their marketing.
I think
It
so.
might be our marketing too. Like over there, they might think,
Yeah, they might be like, you know what? We put all of our money into the marketing department. Hey, I mean, we have cool mountains and stuff here,
right. Some skyscrapers.
but we don't have a Sweden McDonald's.
I like, so sometimes people go on vacations and they're like, I don't want to eat what I already have at home. But like regionally speaking or like internationally speaking, sometimes you need to eat what's at the
Yes, because they always had like weird stuff. Like I think Sweden probably has like swordfish or something at their McDonald's. They call it like a McSword. I don't
In
know.
South Carolina, certain Dairy Queens have pulled pork sandwiches on there.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what's popular there. That's why sometimes, you have to eat at that fast food restaurant in another city or country.
Yeah. Wow. Man, Dairy Queen pulled pork.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Now, when we come back to Beyond the Headlines, Alex will stay right here in the hot seat,
Yes, I
and we're
will.
talking about his favorite thing, which is
Coffee.
hear about a local coffee shop that's getting national recognition. We've got those details next.
That's good.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines, where we talk to our reporters about stories that matter to you. Now, our next local story of the day, in East Peoria coffee shop being given a high honor for one of their blends of coffee. WMBD's Alex Berger is in the hot seat now. So, Alex, tell us about this coffee shop first.
Yeah. So just to kind of lay the land. So this is Regulator Roasting Company. They are at the end of Springfield Road in East Peoria. They're kind of by where the post office is
Okay.
and stuff like that, across the street. So basically, they have been there since 2020, and they opened in May of 2020,
Okay.
which of course, prime time to open
Right.
a business was right in the middle of a pandemic, but they kind of faced adversity head on. And yeah, you can see their location right there.
Okay.
So that is Dave, or David Grimm. He is the owner, and he founded this again in 2020. And originally, he was just selling beans by the bag.
Okay.
So he was selling it by the bag. People were lined out the door because you couldn't.
Pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. And so people really grew accustomed to that. And then once they opened their cafe space,
Okay.
they expanded the business, and they were able to serve, once everything opened up, they grew more and more. But they are very primarily rooted in, different countries' coffees, so specifically Costa Rica. So they really have a attachment to Costa Rica.
Nice. So, what was the award they were given in give us a little bit, give us some information about that award.
Yes. So there's a publishing company called Coffee Review.
Okay.
And as their name states, they do anything coffee. But they had this call to roasters. So roasters could submit up to 5 different types of their Costa Rican blend coffees. And so David submitted his 5. He submitted his 5 roasts. And this is like global roasters. Whoever roasts Costa Rican coffee, they submitted their stuff.
Wow.
So the winner of that competition was from Taiwan.
All right.
But David, his brew got in the top 10.
Oh, that's
So they
fantastic.
made the top 10 of everyone. So the way that they score it is 86 through 96.
Okay.
They scored a 93.
Wow.
And so and then the Taiwan company scored 96. So it's a very slim margin of who's the best and who is at 10. So
They made the top 10 out of global roasters.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. Like out of the Taiwanese company and out of different U.S. companies that make Costa Rican blend coffee. But yeah, so and the farm that they get their Costa Rican coffee from is, he said, just street blocks away from where he proposed to his wife. So yeah, it's a really
have a really good
really
pipe,
sweet
Costa
story
Rica.
there. But
Well, congratulations to them.
exactly.
So what other coffees do they offer? Please tell us, the
Yes.
WMBD coffee expert.
I guess I've been coined that. they offer different coffees such as Ethiopian coffee,
wow.
Brazilian coffee, Colombian coffee, which is fairly common to offer at a coffee shop. But the thing that they do is they really, really enjoy going to South America, obviously primarily Costa Rica, but in branching out, David said that if he finds a blend of coffee wherever he goes, if it's good, he's going to start brewing it. So
Right.
they really branch out globally to find what are the best coffees, not just an Americano or something like that. They're going to keep looking for different roasts and continue to expand their palate. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Alex, our
Gladly.
WMBD coffee expert. Now we're going to switch gears. When it comes to birds doing their thing, which cars are the most often dropped on?
Oh, wow.
A new study surveyed 1,000 car owners asking about birds bombing their cars. It found Dodge, Ram, Jeep, and Chevrolet are the vehicles most targeted by birds. I'm safe. Brown, red, and black cars are also attract the most birds. Still safe. Light colored cars fare best. And as for the cost of cleanup, 24% of drivers spent more than $500 a year on car washes and repairs related to bird messes. Repairs, I need that explained. Because, you know, you just turn the windshield, you know.
How much doo-doo
Like
does a
what?
bird have to produce?
Oh, wow. We're finding out from meteorologist Molly Naisland that because the bird poop is acidic, it will damage the paint if it stays on too long.
But
So do you just need to run it through the car wash?
yeah. Now what I'm hearing is my blue Ferrari is safe.
My blue, right.
Along with my green Lamborghini.
Yes, totally.
Wow.
I think my orange Corvette is safe too.
Yeah, exactly. See, we are sports car drivers here at the station,
My Mustang
and we're
is
safe
good.
from bird dew. Hey, what can we say? So-
And if it did, I'm running it through the car wash immediately. 'Cause
exactly.
Good to know that, because I do take my time
I-
going between car washes from time to time.
You gotta. So,
All right, well, we've got one more local story for you when we return to Beyond the Headlines. We're sitting down with our digital reporter, Christopher Huslick, to talk about our mascot challenge. We'll be back. Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. We told you about our popular high school mascot bracket challenge, and now we are down to the final two schools. WMBD's digital reporter Christopher Huslick created this competition, and he joins us now to explain how things are going. So, hey, Chris, thank you for joining us again.
Yeah, no, I'm always glad to be on here, you know, talk about mascots and all that fun jazz.
So you created the mascot challenge, and now we're down to the final two teams. What's going on?
Yeah, so I took a trip out to Farmington yesterday and up to Illinois Valley Central today. They both held pep rallies because obviously they're in the finals, and so I went and they had a whole pep rally. Farmington had a bunch of competitions going on at the same time.
Okay.
They made each class, so freshman through senior, had like a group of people, and they all made pyramids and stuff, and it was really cool to watch. And like they had the farmer here run out, which is a student at the school. His name's Will. Very, very interesting, very cool story about him. And so the schools got together. They announced that they're in the finals, which most people already knew, but it was still pretty cool to just hear everyone go crazy and support their mascot, and you know, just see the community of the schools gather and support each other and just have a good time. And it was really cool to see, especially when I walked into Farmington's gym and they had it set up. So as soon as I walked in, everyone started going crazy, and it was a good feeling. No,
They were going crazy for you?
oh well,
Chris.
I don't know if me, you know, I'm kind of cool and all, but no, but so it was just a good feeling, you know, just to see that, you know, something that started off as a little idea while eating breakfast one morning has turned into something thousands of people have voted on, and the schools are getting behind, and it's just cool to see. So
So when does the challenge end? When do we know the winner?
yeah, so that's a little more. The challenge ending is on Friday.
Okay.
Friday at 3 p.m. voting will end, and in the past we'd always released stuff on Friday. We're going to do it a little differently this week because we want to give the schools a chance to kind of do like an assembly if they want, or whatever they want to do, and we'll kind of work with them to see what they can do and we can do to kind of release the information, release the winner. So I'll get a hold of the schools on Friday and be like, hey, you guys won. Let's start figuring out how we're gonna go forward and announce it. I asked them, like, please don't tell anyone. I'd like just to kind of make it kind of a cool little release of the winner, and so we'll figure stuff out. So it will be by the end of next week. We'll have the winners out and announced. So kind of just depends on what the schools want to do and what works for us as well in releasing that information. But yeah, so voting.
Do they get a trophy, bragging rights?
It's more just bragging rights, really.
Nice.
This was kind of the first year we did it, and we kind of threw it together in kind of a short time because I thought of the idea about a month before we needed to start it.
Okay.
So it's more so just bragging rights as of this point, but just like I said, I feel like it means a lot. I talked with two people with a person from each school, and it just means a lot to them that these smaller schools like IVC and Farmington, who have a small, IVC is like 600 some students, and Farmington's even smaller, that they're in the finals of a mascot bracket for the best mascot in Central Illinois, and the fact that they've been able to get such large groups of people to be able to vote for them means a lot to these smaller schools, so they can show, like, we may be small, but we still can win the tournament. So.
All right, well, thank you, Chris. Now we're going to stay with sports. A new study shows college students are more prone to develop a gambling addiction because of their age. Now, the study out of the University of Mississippi found nearly 40% of college students in the Magnolia State had gambled in the past year, but they're not alone. Previous data reveals college students across other states are in a similar boat. Nearly 50% of college students are participating in some kind of gambling behavior. Researchers say college kids being away from their parents and closer to sporting events are two things to blame. And now we have things like FanDuel. We have a lot of sporting bets websites.
I knew a lot of people who did sports betting in college. I am a big, like, if I lose $3, I start to freak out.
Listen.
And, like, it doesn't matter how much money I have. It's just like I can't stand losing money. So I've never. I bet one weekend and I made a couple $100, and I said, no, I'm not doing that again. Yeah, because I'll never get that lucky. So I called it quits after that. But I know a lot of people, so that number does not surprise me one bit.
And gambling isn't as taboo as a topic as it used to be.
Yeah, and I don't know how college kids are getting all that money. I need wherever they're getting that income source from, but
it makes it more easily accessible.
Yeah.
You just think gambling and casinos, and people within their inner circles, maybe with some sports bets. But now we have all these apps and websites, And
it's competition between your friends. Like, oh, I made $20. Like, yeah, I made 40.
Right.
So it's like, I think it's that quick hit cash that people are like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that quick fix. Yep. Now, like you said, I lose $2. That's it.
Yeah, no, I can't. It doesn't. I've had lots of money. I've had no money, and I just it freaks me out.
Well, thank you for joining us again, Chris. Thank you for watching today's Beyond the Headlines. You can find all these stories and more over on our website, ciproud.com.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to ciproud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.